This is the Lionsgate portal and energies for all 12 signs according to your ascendant in your chart. I look at what the Sun, Mercury retrograde, Chiron retrograde, and also the kite aspect that is occurring in the chart, influencing these energies. So if you're Aries rising, that would mean that your ascendant or rising sign is in the sign of Aries. Sun and Mercury are in the sign of Leo in your 5th house. This has to do with creative passions, inner child healing. It could be romantically focused as well. With Mercury here retrograde in the sign as well, it's revisiting all of these aspects, revisiting maybe some creative passions that you have that perhaps you have not done in a while. Revisiting those, finding ways to have a creative outlet, what brings you purpose and joy in this lifetime. And with this Lionsgate portal, it's asking you to tap into those energies. Perhaps this is what your soul's purpose is to do, is to align with your passions. Could be inner child healing, finding your sense of self within these areas. Could also have something to do with romantic relationships from the past. Perhaps revisiting them or finding a connection with someone from the past. That is your soul's calling, your soul's destiny. The moon is in Aquarius during this time period in your 11th house. It's next to Pluto. This has to do with networking, friendships, people that you communicate with. It's intense, it's emotional. It is about uncovering the layers, the hidden layers of outdated social roles and identities that you align with. Asking you to move past those boxes that we put ourselves into. Possibly broaden your network, who you network with, or if who you're networking with is not adding value to your life, perhaps it's time to move on from these people that you associate with. It's also asking you to have more of a humanitarian, broaden your social circles. Perhaps who you are networking with, working with, connecting with are not aligning with your soul's purpose. The kite energy here in this chart is about visionary leadership because Neptune and Saturn are here at the top, opposite to Mars at the bottom in your 7th house. Avoid impulsive conflicts in relationships. Letting go of the relationships that are no longer serving you. Having a vision for the future, long-term planning, long-term goals. What long-term goals align with your values? Revisiting the values that you have and releasing the outdated ones. So Chiron retrograde here is looking at the wounds of your identity and your self-worth. How do you feel valued to yourself? It's activating deep insecurities around who you are and your right to take up space, how you value yourself. It's time to heal your self-doubt and reclaim your confidence. If you would like a deeper look into your chart to understand these energies or other energies in your chart to guide and navigate you through your life, I am an astrologer. My link is in the description below. Schedule a free 15-minute reading and consultation with me, and we can have a deeper look into your life's journey in yourself. So the relationships that you have better serve you. So you can serve others better in relationships, not being a yes person, saying yes to yourself and knowing the boundaries to put up. With Saturn and Neptune here in the sign of Aries, this is changing who you are as well, deeply. Removing the fantasies you might have, removing the boundaries that you perhaps put up. Guarding yourself and releasing the old patterns of thinking about who you are, reinventing yourself. Taurus rising. The Sun and Mercury are in your 4th house. This is an angular house. This is very significant. Whenever there is planets, transits occurring within the 1st, 4th, 7th, or 10th house. Energy is really being activated. Events could occur that directly, largely influence you. What's happening in the 4th house has to do with your home, your private life. Mercury retrograde, a return to family themes, ancestral roots, healing emotional patterns from childhood. Home improvements or even moving could be symbolic here. The Lionsgate portal is asking you to heal those emotional patterns from childhood or even from past lives, past family karmas, releasing your debt to past karmas and traumas in your life with your family or even in past lives. Healing maybe different relationships with your family that you might have. Finding your soul's family, your soul's family. Moon conjunct Pluto is in the 10th house of your chart, career, transforming your career, powerful public role, career trajectory. Something new is being born professionally here. Letting go of perhaps an old career, old job that is no longer serving you, that you have outgrown. And career will be something to do with something different, a different path that you have been on, maybe a non-traditional path that you are being called to walk on. Perhaps it could be something to do even with families, with counseling, with helping others and their own family traumas. The kite influence is occurring in your 12th and 5th house. Neptune and Saturn are in Aries in the 12th house, opposite to Mars in Libra in the 6th house. Your day-to-day activities and your mind are being activated. It's calling you to use your intuitive vision, having emotional truth in your vision of the long-term goals, letting go of the fantasy, bringing what you are imagining in your mind to reality, into the actual physical daily life. This could be challenging to do because bringing something from the non-physical to the physical could seem like it is challenging, but for you, because your ascendant is in Taurus, you have the strong ability to do this. And you'll do this in a beautiful way with Libra in your 6th house that is creating beauty in your day-to-day life. Chiron retrograde is also in your 12th house. It's about a wound of inner peace and your subconscious. Old grief, guilt, and a spiritual disconnection may surface. Solitude, dream work, and compassionate inner listening will support profound healing. Daily meditative practices, journaling, writing down what your dreams are, because you could have very profound dreams at this time. Those could help guide you on how to bring your dreams into a daily reality. Gemini rising. The Sun and Mercury are in your 3rd house, your communication, revisiting, reflecting on how you communicate, teach, and share your ideas. Perhaps the Lionsgate portal is asking you to reconnect with siblings and people in your community. And writing will be very important during this time. This can help you through the Mercury retrograde. And writing could be also something what your soul is calling you to do. Perhaps writing is something that you do on the side or for fun, but perhaps there's something here that your inner soul, your soul's purpose is here to write down and share your writings with others, to help teach others, to help to share your ideas. Or it could be to write to people, your siblings, close family members, perhaps to write to them and share with them your thoughts and your feelings, especially if there is a disconnect with your family. Sometimes writing down your thoughts and sharing them with people is the best way to share how you feel, because it really comes from the heart. Moon and Pluto are in your 9th house. very powerful transformation in your philosophies on life. Perhaps spiritual revelations may shake your beliefs. Time to transform your world view. Your philosophies on how you believe the world to be could be deeply, deeply transformed during this time. And writing will help also to help your ideas to flow and evolve. The kite influence is happening in your 11th and your 5th house. This is networking with others, and it could be children, it could be family, it could also be creative outlets. So lightning bolt insights help to shape your future path. The future, how you networking with others, perhaps connecting you to other people through your creative outlets. Perhaps your creative outlets become something that you lean into and develop further and develop it into more of a career path. It's not the 10th house, but the 11th house helps to manifest your career as well. Remain grounded to avoid confusion in travel or contracts. With Mercury retrograde, travel and contracts should be avoided at this time. If you're just starting a contract or you're just making plans now to travel, I would highly recommend to travel after Mercury retrograde is over, or to start up any new contracts after Mercury retrograde is over. If you've already started a contract and you're in the process of finishing it, go over it many times to make sure everything is correct. Chiron retrograde is also in your 11th house. There's a wound in belonging and community. You could feel alienated from your social groups or unsure of your role in the collective efforts. Heal by embracing your unique contribution and reevaluating your future vision. What brings you joy? And perhaps sharing that with others, other social groups, finding new social groups that connect to you in ways that bring you joy, especially in the areas that you find to be therapeutically healing and creative to you. Cancer rising. Mercury and Sun and the Lionsgate portal are activating your 2nd house. Value, your value. Finances is also something that is being highly activated. Others, people's shared finances with others, even inheritances could be something that shows up during this time. Reevaluating your self-worth, your finances, and your talents. What you find to be valuable in life. What are you giving your time to, and is it valuable to you? Time to resolve inner dialogues around abundance and confidence. The Lionsgate portal could be opening up new ways of looking at how you value yourself, others, and this will also influence your finances. The moon and Pluto are in your 8th house. Again, this also has to do with finances. Deep emotional intensity tied to intimacy, depths, and energetic exchanges. Rebirth through emotional honesty, being emotionally honest with yourself and with others that perhaps you share finances with. Being honest with yourself of what you value could help open up new areas of finance for you, ways of earning, making, creating value and money. Kite influences in your 4th and 10th house. Saturn and Neptune in your 10th house, and Mars in Libra is in your 4th house. Again, this is an angular houses. Events and situations could arise in your life that really propel you to new situations, to really let go of the old. Clear boundaries and conscious healing allow you to break generational cycles. Avoid passive aggressiveness around money or power. So letting go of boundaries, propelling you to move past boundaries that perhaps you put on yourself because maybe the value of how you value yourself is limiting you on various ways of finances, perhaps limiting yourself on how powerful that you may feel. Chiron here in the 10th house is also clearing wounds about career and public identity. Fears of failure, visibility, or leadership may arise. Neptune and Saturn are helping to clear these boundaries, blurring and dissolving those boundaries. You're being called to redefine success and lead from a place of authenticity and not perfection. Release the perfectionists. Not everything has to be perfect, and it's okay to make mistakes. Leo rising. This is all about you. This is the Lion Gate portal. Sun is in Leo in your first house. This is all about you. With Mercury retrograde here, it's revisiting yourself. Who are you? Rediscovering who you are. At a core and deep level, wanting you to express who you are. Not to hide it, to really let it out. Let out your own authentic self. Be brave, be bold, and be confident. The moon and Pluto are in your 6th house. Your 7th house. This is relationship with others. How you see partnerships, how you value partnerships. Relationships may undergo a deep shift, especially with Pluto here in your 7th house. You could be gaining new partnerships, new relationships could come into the picture. Long-term relationships could come up into the picture. Example, if you've had, in the past, if you've always had issues with relationships, around this could be a time when you find a genuine, deep soul connection relationship. Power dynamics and emotional truth comes to the surface. You're evaluating, realigning yourself, showing who you are, being bold, brave, and confident, letting go of ways that you make yourself small. Kite is in your 3rd and 9th house. New partnerships can arise if you're willing to let go of ego-based control and honor true self-level connection. A situation could arise that has something to do with close family members, people in your community who you deal with on a daily basis, that could propel you to new partnerships, even new ways of thinking, philosophical ways of thinking, expanding your worldview, but honoring who you are, letting go of that ego. Chiron retrograde is also in your 9th house, and it's a wound around belief systems and meanings. Chiron stirs old wounds around purpose, truth, feeling lost, not knowing what to believe, what to think. It's time to heal through reconnecting with your spiritual compass or a higher philosophy, letting go of old philosophies and ways of thinking. Virgo rising. The Sun and Mercury are in your 12th house. Lionsgate portal this is a very spiritual place for this to occur. Dreams, subconscious insights could be coming up. Reoccurring dreams with Mercury retrograde could be coming up. They could be trying to heal old wounds from your past, or could be trying to give you messages that should be listened to. Write down your dreams when you wake up. Right when you wake up, there'll be some messages in there that will help reveal hidden truths, hidden insights, perhaps what your soul is trying to connect to. Old mental patterns resurface to be rewritten. That is from Mercury retrograde. Moon and Pluto are in your 6th house. This is your daily life, it could be your health as well. Health or work-related breakthroughs, detox or shift in daily habits could bring deep change. A detox could be very beneficial to you. Perhaps a fast. Look up how to do that, how to go about that for yourself. Health-wise, clearing out the old habits that are harming your body, that are perhaps even a metal detox or a parasite detox. Detox of some sort would be very beneficial to yourself, your body, and also for your mental mind. Could be helping you find your soul's purpose through the detox. You could have sudden insights to things in your life. Kite influence is occurring in your 8th house, and Mars is in Libra in your 2nd house. This is intuitive practices, dream journaling, and breath work unlock new timelines. Beware of burnout and avoiding responsibilities. Letting go of fantasies that you might have or things that are not true. But dream work and dream journaling will be very, very beneficial to you, especially with the Sun and Mercury in your 12th house. Chiron retrograde is also in this 8th house. Wound around intimacy and trust. Chiron retrograde reveals past betrayals, losses, or fear of emotional vulnerability. You're learning that true strength comes from raw honesty and energetic boundaries. It's okay to reveal to people who you truly are, to reveal your emotions. Working on trusting others will be very beneficial to you. Healing past traumas and old wounds that are blocking you from trusting. Libra rising. Sun and Mercury are in your 11th house, revisiting communities, social causes, and hopes for the future. A reconnection with old friends may be very, very meaningful. At the Mercury retrograde, the Sun is asking you to expand your networks, expand your horizons, expand who you are networking with, helping the broader cause for humanity. Moon and Pluto are in the 5th house. Emotional shifts and how you express love, art, and joy and beauty. Unresolved themes of children's or past relationships and lovers may resurface at this time. Sky influence is a push and pull between your individual and group belongings, finding balance through clear emotional boundaries. Because Mars is in your 1st house and Neptune and Saturn are in your 7th house. Clear emotional boundaries in relationships. Chiron retrograde here is also in your 7th house. Wounds in relationships and codependency. You may face echoes of old relationship pain, abandonment, or lack of reciprocity. Healing comes from rebalancing the scales and choosing self-respect, not saying yes to make others happy, knowing what is good for you, putting up those boundaries in order to say no, giving those clear boundaries to others. And it's okay if people do not agree. It is okay. That doesn't mean they're not going to speak to you. They're not going to want to be in a relationship with you. And if they don't, that just means that they were not respecting your boundaries. It's a time to rebalance yourself and respect yourself. Scorpio rising. Mercury and the Sun are in your 10th house. Very powerful placement. Very top of your chart, career, reconsidering your role in the world. Career revision, a return to an old dream, or public reinvention is underway. Reinventing who you are, reinventing yourself and or your career. Your soul's purpose could be through your career. People seeing you, you being seen in the public spotlight, not hiding who you are, not being afraid to reveal those hidden parts of yourself. Moon and Pluto are in your 4th house, the very bottom of your chart. Emotional eruptions from deep family roots. A powerful home foundation and transformation is unfolding. This also could have something to do with moving as well, but transformation at the deep foundational level is occurring here. And this could also be from past lives, past karmas, past family issues. Kite influence is happening in your 6th and your 12th house. A tension between your private wounds and public life become a powerful tool for long-term healing if navigated consciously. So there could be something that happened in your private life that you've healed from, and perhaps you're being called to share that with the world. Share the most private moments that you cherish with others to help others heal. Chiron retrograde is also in your 6th house, health and service. This Chiron retrograde spotlights on burnout, self-neglect, or toxic routines. It's time to listen to your body, Reframe what it means to be of service without sacrificing yourself. And career-wise, where the sun is and Mercury is, it could also be, this Chiron retrograde could also be showing you that reinventing yourself, focusing on your career does not mean that you need to have burnout and neglect. Find ways to integrate a healthy routine with doing your soul's calling, of showing who you are. Sagittarius rising. Sun and Mercury are in your 9th house. Philosophical reevaluation, spiritual studies, long-distance travel, or higher education may return or shift course. That is Mercury retrograde. The Leo, the Sun, the Lionsgate portal could be asking you to, or calling your soul for more spiritual studies. Different philosophies could be coming up that you're supposed to be guided towards, looking into and researching and living your life through these philosophies. And long distance travel. You can meet others in long distance places that help you on your spiritual journey. Even a mentor, a guide to help you navigate through this. Moon and Pluto are in your 3rd house. Intense emotional downloads through writing, speaking, or learning. Release outdated mental narratives. Stop limiting yourself. Let go of those old narratives that you tell yourself. Rewrite those, your neurons or your brain waves in your brain to give you more of a positive reflection and philosophy on life. The kite influence is happening in your 5th house and your 11th house. The top of it is in your 5th house. Let wisdom guide your future, but stay present in your day-to-day thoughts. Dreams may deliver clarity. Chiron retrograde here is a wound in your inner child, a wound to creativity and the inner child, healing that inner child. Themes around joy, rejection, not being good enough to shine may resurface. Heal by honoring your inner child and giving yourself permission to play again. That will be very helpful here. Capricorn rising. Sun and Mercury are in your 8th house. Transformation around shared resources, trust, and emotional entanglements. Revisiting old wounds around intimacy. Sun, the Lionsgate portal, is asking you to transform those trust issues, learning to trust again, sharing with others yourself, who you are, and what you value. Moon and Pluto in your 2nd house, shaking up your relationship with money, self-worth, and physical stability. Empowerment through letting go of outdated beliefs and values that you have. Perhaps you value too much on how many physical things you have. It's time to let go of these old, outdated value systems. And doing so could open up new ways of earning money, valuing things on a deeper level, a more emotionally intense level. The kite influence is in your 4th house. The top of it is in your 4th house, where Saturn and Neptune are, and opposite to Mars in your 10th house. Your power lies in emotional transparency and choosing long-term values over short-term gains. So not taking the shortcut with things, letting go of the fantasy of how you feel things should be, and even could be taking the shortcut of earning money, of earning how you earn a living. Putting in the work will give you fantastic results. Perhaps your career is also guiding you to do something more personal as well. Chiron retrograde is a wound around family foundations. Emotional scars from childhood, ancestry, or security are illuminated. It's time to create a safer internal and external homes. Redefine what support means. Finding new support systems. Perhaps you don't talk to your family so much. It's time to find who your soul family is, to give you the support to find your self-worth and trust and value in yourself. And this will also help your relationship with money as well. Aquarius rising. Sun and Mercury are in your 7th house. Relationships is being highlighted here. Revisiting past relationships, lovers, contracts, and dynamics come up for healing and reevaluation. Lionsgate portal is about relationships, the relationships you have with others. Reviewing how you are in relationships, relationship to yourself and to others. Moon and Pluto are in your 7th house. Deep identity shifts. You're shedding new layers of who you are and becoming something raw and real. Letting go of various patterns of how you feel about relationships, how you view relationships, your emotional ties to relationships. The kite influence is grounding your authenticity and helping you to reimagine how you relate to others without giving your power away. This kite energy, the top of it, Neptune and Saturn are in your 3rd house. And Mars is in your 9th house. Being authentic, reimagining your relationships with others without giving the power away. Also putting up those boundaries for yourself, healthy boundaries. Chiron retrograde is a wound around voice and expression. You may fear not being heard or misunderstood. This is an opportunity to reclaim your truth, speak with clarity, heal how you process information, and connect with others. We don't always have to be the loudest to be heard. Sometimes the best communication is from not speaking, not saying anything, or observing before we speak, not being impulsive with our words, observing how others are and picking up signs from them to understand others better as well. Pisces rising. So Leo is in the Sun and Mercury are in your 6th house. Rethink your routines, wellness, and service. Are you giving your energy to things that support your growth or harm your growth? Your health is being looked at here on this Lionsgate portal. It's time to take care of yourself. Be service to self first before being of service to others. Taking care of yourself and making sure that you're okay is most important before you can help anybody. And reevaluating these routines. Moon and Pluto are in your 12th house. Powerful, emotional, spiritual awakening, shadow work, and dream messages are potent now. This is another Pisces rising. It would be very good to keep a journal next to your bed or even your phone. If you wake up from a dream, write it down because there could be many messages within those dreams. If they're reoccurring dreams, this could be helping you to heal through past situations, or it could be trying to show you something that you're not aware of or possibly ignoring subconsciously. And it could be something about your health as well. It could be yourself telling yourself about something about your body, about your healing that you need to listen to. Dreams are very, very powerful, especially Pisces rising. The kite energy is in your 2nd house. Top of it is in your 2nd house with Saturn, Neptune opposite to Libra in your 8th house, where Mars is at the bottom. Intuitive gifts sharpen. Just don't get lost in escapism. Anchor the spiritual into tangible routines. Healing and releasing and letting go of leaning on outside substances to help yourself through things, through escapism. It would be a good time to also take a look at that. There's something that you use to help you to calm down. Whatever that could be. Sometimes you can overdo things. It's good to look at what you lean on too much at times. Pisces rising, you could absorb people's energies a lot, and perhaps you try to escape by other means because you're feeling other people's energies and you're not sure how to navigate that. That is something to also take a look at here. And this kite is guiding you towards being real with yourself, honest, true honesty with yourself about how you cope with various situations and people. Chiron retrograde is a wound to self-worth and money. Old stories around scarcity or value may arise. You're invited to heal your relationships with your resources and know your worth beyond material metrics. Value is not just measured by the material objects that you have. It's beyond that, and you're being asked to look at that, reevaluate that story of around money and scarcity and value, reevaluating that, knowing that there's more to life than just the physical goods that you might have in your house. And that will also help you to help with your health. Perhaps you're putting too much mental focus on the incorrect things, and it's also hindering your health. I hope you guys found this informative. I hope this helps you with these Lion Gate energies, Mercury retrograde, Chiron retrograde. There's a lot of large energies occurring during this time, and I hope this can help you to navigate through them and make the most of them. If you're looking to get a deeper understanding of how these energies are influencing you, I am an astrologer. My link is in the description below. Schedule a free 15-minute reading or consultation with me, and we can look deeper into your chart and your energies, see how to best navigate these energies. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and share.
Living life every day, late at night, not okay.